From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Yet again, we have some really warm and humid conditions across mid-Michigan this afternoon. Satellite and radar showing mostly sunny conditions across our entire area. Notice there is a little bit more in the way of cloud cover over Lake Michigan associated with the cold front. That cold front moving in this afternoon, sparking the chance for a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Temperature-wise, 85 degrees in Lansing and St. John's. We're at 86 for our current temperature in Hillsdale, Mason, as well as in the city of Charlotte. Again, holding on to the chance for a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and evening. Good news is we do dry things out just in time for the weekend, but temperatures still going to be incredibly warm. We'll have some more details for you in just a bit. 6 News at noon starts right now.
WMMS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at noon.
The U.S. Supreme Court hands down the final decisions of its term, including the highly anticipated ruling tied to the president's effort to change birthright citizenship. It's our top story at noon. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Megan Vaselli. The case filed was not about the merits of birthright citizenship, but rather focused on the power of federal judges, specifically whether they can dictate policy for the entire country by issuing broad nationwide injunctions, which presidents in both parties have long complained about. Natalie Brandt is here for you with the ruling and what it means.
In a 6-3 decision, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled Friday to limit the power of judges to issue nationwide injunctions to block a president's executive order. The opinion, written by Justice Amy Coney Barrett, split along the court's ideological lines. Says in part, these injunctions, known as universal injunctions, likely exceed the equitable authority that Congress has granted to federal courts.
She's also saying very clearly that when people walk into federal court now and they ask for relief of an executive order, they cannot get these universal injunctions anymore. Instead, courts are limited in the scope, the remedy that they can provide.
The ruling did not touch the issue of birthright citizenship, protected by the Constitution's 14th Amendment. In the dissent, Justice Sonia Sotomayor writes, no right is safe in the new legal regime the court creates.
Federal judges in Washington, Maryland, and Massachusetts blocked that policy nationwide, saying it violates the Constitution. Their injunctions escalated all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court, calling into question the power of a single lower court judge to block a presidential policy.
The Trump administration's emergency appeal said the lower court's ruling should only apply to individual cases, not the whole country.
In the dissents, what you saw was an argument that, okay, yes, there is a proper process, but there are certain cases where it would be appropriate for a single court to issue a nationwide injunction.
The fight over nationwide injunctions goes back years, with presidents from both parties criticizing them, but the issue has been amplified by the Trump administration, facing more than 200 legal challenges so far. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
And President Donald Trump is holding a press conference regarding today's Supreme Court decisions. So far, he has called it a, quote, monumental victory. Stay with 6 News for updates on what else he had to say. And of course, be sure to stay with 6 News and CBS News for continuing coverage of these Supreme Court decisions and their impacts on the country as a whole. We'll be here for you on air and online at WLNS.com. A national bus tour opposing the president's massive budget bill is making a stop in Lansing today. It's called the Stop the Billionaire Giveaway, urging lawmakers on Capitol Hill to reject any budget that cuts programs millions of Americans rely on. 6 News reporter Sean Graney joins us now live at the state capitol with a closer look at this event and what organizers hope to accomplish. What have you heard so far, Sean?
Megan, today is all about protecting the future of all Americans, and hundreds of protesters gathered here today at the Capitol for the goal of one thing: to spread awareness for economic equality. And today I am here with Executive Director of Fair Share America, Kristen Kroll. Kristen, what are the worries that we have here today, and essentially why are we here today?
Thank you. So we're leading the Stop the Billionaire Giveaway bus tour, going coast to coast from New York to California, to shine a light on the big disastrous bill that is moving through Congress right now that would take trillions of dollars of our tax dollars as a giveaway to the ultra wealthy, all while cutting things that our communities rely upon: healthcare, food assistance, supports that our families right now have paid into and need to get by day to day.
And with that, protesters say that the effects of this bill could impact tax cuts to the rich, impact Medicaid, Social Security, workers' protection rights of equality are also at stake. Live in Lansing, Sean Graney, 6 News.
The Board of State Canvassers is holding a special meeting today to consider the wording of 3 proposals that could potentially end up on your ballot. One petition would add 5% to the state income tax of single people who make at least $500,000 a year and joint filers making more than $1 million. That extra money would go exclusively toward public education. A second proposal would change the way tipped workers get paid, and the third would allow ranked choice voting in Michigan. Now that means voters get to rank candidates in order of preference rather than just picking one. Now, if the board approves the language, the groups behind each proposal would still have to get thousands of signatures before they're able to appear on the ballot. Happening today, the 40th annual Michigan Challenge Balloon Fest kicks off in Howell. This 3-day festival is filled with entertainment, typically drawing in around 100,000 people. It features daily hot air balloon fly-ins and mass launches, as well as a fireworks display tonight and a magical balloon glow tomorrow night. Plus, there will be a classic car show, food vendors, live entertainment, and kids activities, including a carnival.
3 o'clock this afternoon, the pilots are going to start roaming in, and they will set up. We do a meet and greet, so there will be approximately about 40 balloons out on this launch field, and we encourage everybody to come out early.
The annual Howell Balloon Fest continues through Sunday. For the full schedule, just head to the Scene on 6 section of our website, WLNS.com.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We have dry and mostly sunny conditions across mid-Michigan right now, but notice on satellite and radar we do have a cold front beginning to make its way across Lake Michigan. As that cold front continues to track east, making its way into our region, it will increase our chance for a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms starting right around 1-2 o'clock this afternoon. Very similar to what we have seen over the course of the past few days, there is still the chance for a couple of these thunderstorms to be strong or maybe even severe. The best chance for those severe thunderstorms really going to be in eastern sections of Ingham and Jackson County, extending into Livingston, Washtenaw, and Lenawee County, where the Storm Prediction Center currently has us highlighted in yellow, that level 2 out of 5 slight risk. In green, that's that level 1 risk that we have had in place for the past several days, and very similar to what we have seen. Main concern going to be those isolated strong wind gusts at or above 60 miles per hour. Again, the best chance for those strong wind gusts really going to be east of US 127. If we time this out for you on Precision Cast, notice by the time we hit 1:32 o'clock, that's when those scattered rain showers will begin for western sections of mid-Michigan. This line of showers and thunderstorms continues to track east. By the time we hit 8-9 o'clock this evening, we will be able to dry things out. We are staying dry overnight tonight with partly cloudy conditions in the forecast. And notice there's a lot more dry weather ahead as we move into the weekend. In addition to that dry weather, we have a lot of sunshine we're expecting not only for Saturday, but also notice as we move into our Sunday, we are still going to be holding on to those mostly sunny conditions. Speaking of, we're already mostly sunny across the area this afternoon. Temperatures really impressive, 85 degrees in Lansing, feeling like we're at 92 already from this morning's round of precipitation. We've already picked up just above 1/4 inch of precipitation. Over in Grand Ledge, notice a very similar situation, 84, feeling like 93. Rainfall total currently sitting at 0.2 inches. As we head further south down into Jackson, notice it does feel just slightly warmer, 91 degrees currently. And our final stop over in the city of Hillsdale, currently at 88. Those heat indices already approaching the triple digits. Again, as we go throughout the rest of the day today, we make it up to a high of 89 degrees across the area. Feels like temperatures, of course, going to really be an issue this afternoon and evening, approaching the upper 90s, triple digits looking likely in both Branch and Hillsdale County. Once we increase the chance for precipitation, we'll start to decrease those feels like temperatures across the area. Overnight tonight, tonight, we're falling down into the mid-60s, again with those partly cloudy conditions. Notice on our 6-day forecast, we are going to be a little bit cooler as we move into the start of the weekend. Low 80s on Saturday, jumping right back up into the 90s on Sunday. Wouldn't be surprised if yet again we see those heat indices in the upper 90s to triple digits across the area. Good news is another cold front will be making its way through the region on Monday. That cold front decreasing humidity just in time for Tuesday and Wednesday. Should feel absolutely beautiful by then.
Yes. Pool days, days to get outdoor work done, got to mow the lawn.
Right, so this weekend going to be absolutely beautiful.
Can't do any of it today, but
nope.
Saturday,
Tomorrow,
Sunday, and the next week.
I was just going to say, over the weekend, I got you.
Perfect. Going to be a great one. All right, Kendall, thank you.